813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Passionate about sports? Want to talk college, prep, or pros? It's time to enter the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. Call in. Tell Patrick how you see it. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right. That's for my boy Matthew McConaughey. His Texas Longhorns came through and played well yesterday with Mr. Arch Manning. But before we start the show, we couldn't have a show without our military because freedom isn't free, folks. God bless the men and women of our military, and God bless the men and women of our police force, state troopers, as well as the city police. They're out there doing a good job, doing the best they can, and they just want to get home safe also. And our first responders, God bless them. The firemen and women willing to go into a burning building for us. You know, some courageous people out there. We need some more courageousness in this great country of ours. And we're moving in the right direction. Things are getting more peaceful around the world, getting people to wake up and smell the coffee. And it's a beautiful thing. We want to thank you for joining the Sports Zone. AM 860, The Answer. I have Joshua Levinson in here with me, Mr. Florida State, who knew his team was going to get beat yesterday. And I got to give him credit.
Wow.
No, he was 100% right. You know, I mean, they don't have it.
I didn't know we were going to lose. I loved the 10.5. I thought it was far too many points.
You couldn't agree with me. You couldn't just get along.
I did it. If I thought we were going to lose, I could come out here and say I
I'm
thought
just
we were
kidding
going to
with
lose.
you. Wait, I don't want you to lie ever.
Folks,
Go ahead.
Before Abbott and Costello continue here, also want to let you all know that we can be seen on YouTube live. That's at Sports Zone Tampa on YouTube live. If you really want to see that we have perfect faces for radio.
There you go. And the perfect personalities too, I'd like to say.
Okay, now the two of you could continue your argument.
Yes, okay. Now, I'm glad he was being honest. And a good call on UCLA.
I'm glad he made money.
Absolutely. Can never go wrong. Good investing yesterday. It's a beautiful thing that we can do that in our country, isn't it?
There are a lot of opportunities at this point in the season, especially in college, when people have really crystallized and formulated, you know, these opinions. This is how the team is going to be because of how they looked in the first month or whatever. There's a lot of games left to be played. Texas isn't, Arch isn't as bad as they made him out to be. Nico and UCLA aren't as bad as they were made out to be. Florida State clearly isn't as good. You know, you beat Bama one time at home, and all of a sudden everyone was ready to throw us into, the national championship game, apparently. I mean, at least the
playoffs.
It's a long season. There's a lot of ball left to be played.
I like all these teams losing because all it does is keep bolstering USF and Tulane.
Oh, yeah. I think it's awesome. Now it's going to be very interesting. Now, Josh, you differ from Mr. Scott Levinson over here when it comes to an 11-0 Tulane team, okay, or USF. I'm just saying in general. If one loss, Alabama is ranked 12th and Tulane's undefeated or USF is undefeated, you still put Alabama ahead of them because of the schedule? Or do you maybe...
You got to look at the full resume.
Full resume.
Exactly.
Very good.
Yeah, it's not...
It's not just W's and L's.
There is no perfect formula for any of this. And as they expand it, yes, there will be more teams that are put in, but no matter what, if there's 12 teams, then your 13th and 14th that are left out are going to be complaining. How many teams do we have in college basketball now? 182. The 183rd and 184th still complain about being left out, right?
But I think what you are seeing, Penn State goes down again.
Yeah.
Oregon goes down.
Yep.
All these, like Joshua said, all these pick teams in the beginning, but we're just not seeing that conference dominance we once saw from these big conferences.
And you're not going to, what I do believe, Scott, is you're not going to see a Nick Saban again, a Joe Paterno, or a Bobby Bowden. There's too much parity now in college football. The alumni is not going to give people the leeway and the rope anymore. And that just segues perfect into Josh, does Mike Norvell have his job in 2026?
So on field, no, I mean, I can tell you from the group chats I was in yesterday and FSU fans and all that, the sentiment now is the ready to move on, which happens in general. You know what I mean? People are going to be emotional, but he's, I think, lost 8 straight ACC games now. You can't do that.
No.
That's inexcusable. Unfortunately, it will become a money thing because you have to buy him out.
Yes.
And then who do you replace him with? Because then if you're buying out that contract as well.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot going on there. If this is just purely a football thing,
He's gone.
I mean, it seems like the players they're not buying in order to just get it run down our throat like we did yesterday.
Yeah.
And the stadium was empty. I know it was a 12 o'clock game and all that.
But still, I was surprised too, Josh. Joe Campbell to be that bear was really crazy.
No,
to me.
it was the
Was there
vibes,
a school holiday or is it?
it was a 12 o'clock game against Pittsburgh. We were coming off back-to-back losses. The entire, the vibes aren't what they were. Look, that is the difference between ACC and SEC in terms of the fan base and the passion. I know you are quick to...
No, there's no doubt people are rabid about the SEC. No doubt.
So that does play a huge factor. These stadiums are huge. You're watching these games yesterday, seeing Cam Newton get his number retired.
Yeah.
Auburn all hyped up out the wazoo.
Yeah.
You don't get that necessarily in the NFL. So to that point, the SEC still, and other schools too. I mean, the Big Ten. So I don't know. I'm not necessarily
the horseshoe's nuts.
Yeah.
Look, my whole thing with Norvell is the same thing it's been with y'all and Todd Bowles. And anytime anyone wants to fire, so it's who's the next guy? Who we got?
That's
Because
right.
we're not getting Lane Kiffin. We're not that school.
No.
There's a reason that since Jimbo, we've gone Taggart
Yes.
and Norvell.
What about Gruden?
No, I'm saying who have
No,
the
right.
Florida State coaches been since we got
We're
rid of?
missing one.
Would you take
No,
Gruden?
it was Taggart, and we went from Taggart to Norvell.
Before Taggart, though, wasn't there somebody?
Jimbo left.
Jimbo left.
Right, I know that.
So they left us hanging. I mean, again, whoever it was, if it was a year gap, year fill in.
Yeah, I'd have to
It-
look it up.
The
But you're
point
right.
is,
We haven't had a Paterno or Bowden. That's for dang
That's
sure.
not who we are. And even Jimbo wasn't some.
I like
As
Scott's
an
question.
alumni,
What-
would you take Gruden?
Of course. Again, so what I'm saying is Florida State doesn't have the prestige that it used to.
And Gruden
Would that
doesn't
give
have
it-
the prestige he used
So
to.
now
I
let's
think
let's-
just the opposite.
but let's look at the
Because
actual.
of the nonsense. Go ahead.
No,
no, I think
Gruden's
he's
back.
more popular now. Gruden is massive.
I understand,
right now.
but people are still going to.
BS.
You know how people are.
I don't think
BS.
so. I don't think so.
Okay.
Patrick,
I hope you guys are right.
that's not the world we live in anymore, dude.
So it's a short-term memory and move on. I hope you're right.
yes.
Yep.
I-
I'd love to have him up there.
Not only
You
is
think
it-
he'd take the
Why
gig?
did the Bucks accept him back in?
That's true.
Patrick, not only is it short-term memory, I
Mhm.
think looking back and what people have done now in retrospect, and they've looked back on what was truly said and all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't, when you break it all down, it wasn't what it was made out to be.
Exactly.
And it's not what others aren't saying on a daily
Hey, yo,
basis.
no, we're not going to get into that. But so, yes, I would take that. No. I don't think you remember necessarily. I know for a fact that people in this room right now do not always, and we're not going there. I love Gruden. Don't want to do that.
Right.
Yes, I would take Gruden.
Good.
I would take Lane Kiffin. I would
Like,
take Coach O.
Ooh.
So those are the exciting, Dion. These are the exciting names.
Do you think Deion would ever come back to
Nah.
what happened?
Thank you. So those are the exciting names that are going to get the headlines.
Yeah.
In reality, who are we actually probably? Alex Golish. Would that not be the most? And again, you're going to have PTSD
I
from FSU fans that don't want to go down the bull route again. I get it. Had this conversation yesterday. I totally understand.
I got an idea, Josh.
Go
I think
for it.
you're going to love it. Hey, you know how we trade in fantasy football? You know how we can trade in fantasy football and things of this nature. We had a lot of fun
James
last year.
Franklin for Norvell.
You got it, brother. What do you think?
I said that yesterday.
Did you take the deal?
Look, I think change of scenery
It
can be
couldn't-
great sometimes.
Thank you.
I think the Ravens and Steelers might need to do that with Harbaugh and Tomlin.
That would be interesting.
I think you need a splash coach. at
Yeah,
Florida
but Josh
State
is right. Are
and
we going to
Florida.
get him?
I think you get anyone you want if you pay for it.
So here we go.
yeah.
We got to buy him out.
Yeah. If we didn't have
You
to
got
buy
to
out,
then
then I
pay for
agree.
the next guy and still have the money for the players. My take is, look, Norvell has shown what he can do with a talented roster.
Yes.
I would rather just keep him and spend the money. If this is truly just a transactional thing now, spend more money on better players.
Well, that's the problem with Penn State. Okay. Franklin got everybody back except one defensive lineman and one offensive lineman. There's really no excuse for the way this went down. The UCLA game, it's just inexcusable. The game yesterday, inexcusable. You know what I really love, though? The nonsense of they lose the game, and then they're on the sidelines, arm in arm, singing the Penn State song. Give me a break. Hit the locker room and call it a day. I know, Josh, what doesn't matter. Who cares? I hate that stuff.
There you go, Joe. There you go. Everyone into the showers. See?
Yeah, baby.
See, that's the problem with you and Ben. See?
We're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860 The Answer. We'll be right back on 813-282-8283. That's 813-282-8283. We'll be right back.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks, thanks for coming back to the Sports Zone here on a beautiful, crisp Sunday morning here in Tampa Bay. That's not going to help us out playing the Niners today. I was hoping for a 95 special, Scott.
It's still going to be 86 degrees.
Yeah, but 95 would be a lot better to really put it on the 49ers. The question is, Josh, is Jennings going to play today? What do you think?
Juwan?
I
I don't even know that's how you say it. But yeah, he's in.
like the way you said it.
No, he'll be in. Mac Jones is playing. They don't have Brock.
Right.
Does it matter?
Does it matter if the players play?
No.
Stop.
In that offense, does Brock, does Jones,
Mac.
does it matter?
Shoot, I guarantee you one thing, Jameis wouldn't mind throwing the rock for that team.
No,
anybody could really play in that.
But
system.
the quarterback, it's
a system and heck of a. Yeah, well, but then what happens when you're 3rd and 9? Then you got to throw the ball. Mac Jones and Brock have a way to make it work, but you're right, Scott. A lot of things in football are this dumb, and then over time we find out who the best is. Just like Josh, you were talking about a full body of work, half a year body of work. We're finding out who the players are and the pretenders. Now, that being said, would you have a problem if they didn't come out with rankings till October 1st?
No. I think we've vouched for that for a while now. That's what it should be based on. Let's see the resume and see what and to an extent that is, the things we react to kind of don't mean much because they do release the college football rankings
right
now around this point of the year. So They don't necessarily, depending on how much they value them and what they make.
Yeah,
for
I just
them,
wonder how, obviously they missed on Penn State. Okay. Truthfully, they were on the money with Florida State. They said they were about the 50th best team in the nation. That's about where they are, maybe 40th. Okay. USF a little off. Miami pretty much. Florida wrong. Okay.
It's hard to predict things, man.
Oh, no question, Josh.
Like they're
That's why I'm saying I just love to know how often they're right and how often they're wrong with these rankings, preseason rankings. Just curious. Just like with gambling, Josh, we both know this. If you can win 6 out of 10 straight up bets, you're doing a heck of a job. You'd like to be at 65, but you'll take 60 and shut up.
110%. I mean, again, you've got to look at it through the sports perspective, like batting average versus free throw percentage.
There you go.
If you're batting 350, that's exceptional.
Yes.
If you're shooting free throws at a 35% clip, not so great, Bob.
Sorry, Shaq.
Yeah.
No, that'd be good for Shaq.
That was pretty good, Scott.
So
Scott's on today. I like it.
You gotta, with
be
fantasy
good.
football prognostication, weathermen, you've got to decide, the things that we need to be more accurate about, and the other ones it's like,
yeah.
But so
it'd be nice to see more consistency, Josh.
Sure.
But go ahead.
In terms of these coaching searches, though, it looks like if things go, buyouts happen, if you do have Penn State, Florida, and Florida State, all with vacancies.
Gruden's back coaching. I gotta believe that.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be fantastic. And so,
Same here, brother.
But so once do these legacies and prestige, is Florida a better program than Florida State? Is Florida State a better? Where does Penn State lie? You know what I mean? It's how are these things measured anymore, or is it just purely money? Is it what part of the country you want to live in?
Yeah.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with it.
I
like
agree.
the Georgia Tech head coach has been mentioned as the guy who could, is. It's just there's not necessarily all these fan bases want to convince themselves that we're going to be able to get
you
him.
hit a question, Josh. It's very interesting, Scott. I'm curious to you answer this one. Now, is Florida quicker to pull the trigger on a coach than Florida State? Then Josh, you answer.
They have been.
That's my point.
Over time. They have been.
Yeah.
Again, guys, it's I think we're living in the past talking about the prestige of these schools. I think it's gone from prestige to NIL, and that is playing a bigger role where you had kids that used to grow up and say, I'm going here, I'm going to Florida, I'm going to Miami, I'm going to Ohio State. Now it's I'm going
where? Show me the money.
Right. And it's changing the game. And like I said, it's changing the dominance of the conferences. I don't think the 3 Big Ten, the SEC, all that can lay claim, here's our top 3 teams and the other teams are all great too. I just think there's so much shuffling. There's so much portal movement. None of that applies anymore.
No, I like it. What do you think, Josh?
I think the coach matters. I mean, I think there aren't enough coaches who can transform a program versus how many programs need to be transformed and elevated.
Yes.
But getting to the original question, Florida State or Florida, who's quicker to pull the trigger?
Florida has been recently.
Yeah.
Because of the turnover.
But
you also had
Josh,
Bobby Bowden for 106 years. Yeah.
So here's the thing. It could be a winner keeps their job, loser goes home match in that final game between the Gators and the Seminoles.
That
bowl
would be
games
cool.
beside. But, okay. So the winner gets stuck with that coach?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
College
football depends so much on these rivalries and this regional stuff. And it's, again, if you don't have another guy that you're going to be able to pluck away.
Right.
Because for me, actually looking at the landscape, Alex Golish, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Dillingham.
Yes.
Because he actually was he was with us at some point.
He was.
Other than that, you had the Kansas State coach.
I mean,
the Tulane coach.
Yeah. Doesn't it really, though? When it's all come down to it, it's sort of like when the big donors are ready to walk into the president's office and say, you got a choice to make. Yeah. We want a new coach. We're paying the bills. get a new coach.
Yep.
Isn't that what it really
sure
comes
it is.
down
It's your
to?
stock. It's
As
their
long as they're
shareholders.
given the money.
Shareholders.
Okay, once again, you
But-
can throw money. You can throw good money at bad decisions.
Sure, you can.
Sure.
Look at North Carolina.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Did they not think they absolutely hit a home run with Bill Belichick?
No, but here's
But conversely,
Mhm.
Colorado lands a Deion Sanders.
they do.
How many programs wish that they would have put up
Taking a
with
shot with his.
whatever?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, again, Deion did have that college experience for a few years. Bill never has. Number one. Number two, though, what I was alluding to, guys,
Oh,
is
he's had
if
that
I'm a
college experience lately, buddy. He's definitely had that college experience.
oh my sports fans, Scott's on a roll
I'm
today. I love it.
I
Now, that being said, here's what I'm alluding to, Josh. If I'm a coach and you go, Patrick, you can go to Florida State or you can go to Florida. I think I got a better shot, having 3 to 4 years to turn the program around than if I go to Florida. That would really weigh in my decision heavily. So that's just my food for thought on that.
110%. That's where everyone's going to measure it differently. But
Sure.
again, it is a lot easier to just walk into the president's office, as you said, and take my money, go do something with it.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to actually find the Kurt
someone to do
the
it
Kurt
with.
Signetti,
Right.
however you say his name. in
Yeah,
Indiana.
no, you
I mean,
said it right. Yeah, in
the
Indiana,
difference
man,
to me
he looks
between
good.
Indiana and Penn State is coaching.
Yes,
Signetti has pulled off more top 10 wins now than Franklin
he's
ever
got the
did.
magic right now. That
there's-
kid.
There's and he's got the confidence
He's
about
got the
him
swagger.
that rubs some people the wrong way.
He's
but if
right
you
on
know
the
how to
edge.
channel it.
Yeah.
Again, there's when he came out of that press conference and said, Google me. If you haven't, if you don't believe in me, if you're still gonna doubt me, he literally said, just Google me.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was fantastic. I love that. You got to back it up.
Amen.
And now the fact that it's actually being backed up. Here's my question to ask older perspective here, I guess.
Wow.
Why couldn't
Was it, that was a
Saban?
polite way of him saying
It's- They're so sensitive. I swear. I think it's unbelievable.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
glad I got AJ. in
We're
here.
not allowed to have our safe spaces? Go ahead. I didn't mean to throw you off your rhythm. I apologize, Josh.
So
Go ahead.
Saban and Belichick
Go ahead.
came up together in the coaching ranks. They coach together in the
Yes.
Browns. They're good friends, very close friends from everything we've been told. Speak highly of one another, all that. Why couldn't Nick convince or warn his friend Bill? No.
Good one.
What do you? I mean,
Because he wanted the college experience. And with that, we're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860, The Answer. And when we come back, we're going to get into pro ball. Hang in there with us here on a beautiful Sunday.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today, 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Sports Zone on a beautiful Sunday morning. This is Chamber of Commerce weather. I'll tell you, wake up to 65-degree weather. That's not too shabby last time I checked. And then a high of 84 today. I hope our Bucks can play well. And I wish it was a little hotter, but they both have injuries, San Fran and Tampa Bay. And we'll see what happens. But
who of our receiving corps is playing?
Got my boy Eggy. Come on, baby. He's going to do it again. Okay. Yep.
Is Evans back?
No, sir.
You're sure?
Yes.
Okay, because yesterday he was questionable.
No.
He's
Bucky,
out then.
Godwin, and Mike are all
Right.
out.
Right, exactly. So, unfortunately, those three are out. But we got Vito on the line, Holden. How about them Penn State Nittany Lions and Coach Franklin? Boy, you got to love them, don't you? Go ahead, Vito.
I got to sit here on hold, listen to you, Mama Luke, talk about my school. All right.
Sorry,
And
pal.
I'm not really appreciative, so I would like to take a moment. Okay.
Oh, a moment of silence to pray for him? Go ahead.
Listen for a minute. Listen. I want to take a moment. All right, real quick. And for the players and the Penn State coaches, I would like to thank absolutely none of them.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Come on,
Zero.
man.
You got zero.
What about the punter? He looked all right.
Please, let me start it.
How about them Lions? Hey, come on, man. Okay, who do you want besides Franklin to coach your Nittany Lions then? Give me a coach.
I heard you talking about the guy who's probably the hottest thing. He's hotter than a skiller right now. It's Signetti. I mean, the guy, he's fiery. He's got these Hoosier team. That's not supposed to be a football school, but, it's a basketball school last time I checked. But here they are, undefeated. You're beating everybody. Think about it for a minute. The guy's played 19 games.
Yep.
Indiana coaching. He's lost to the people that were in the championship last year. That's the only two losses. He's beat everybody else. So, I'd like to see, what he could do this year. They're going to make the playoffs probably. They got beat by a better Notre Dame. Obviously, they got beat by an Ohio State team, which, right now I think Ohio State and Miami, I hate saying Miami, but they're heads and shoulders above everybody else. I think Indiana might have a claim, maybe even Ole Miss. But there isn't a tremendous amount of parity in college football at this moment. Here, here's a bet for you. Oh, you're betting guys. Josh, you like to bet right here. Try this one. If you were to bet $10 on what is it? I guess August 27th is the first game, whatever day it was, that by October 13th, that Penn State and Texas would be out of the top 25. You would have cooked home a cool $80,000.
You should let me know next time.
I wish I would have known. I'll make the damn bet. Things of that nature. I think I was telling somebody the other day. Some guy in Ohio, I probably made this bet. If you were to bet that Cleveland, Cincinnati, this is after the All-Star break, right after the All-Star break. Cleveland and Cincinnati made the playoffs, and Houston and New York Mets didn't make the playoffs. If you made that bet and put $10 on it, you would have won $290,000. Oh, and by the way, all four of those things happened.
It's crazy. Look, UCLA winning again yesterday. Imagine if you put a few bucks on that.
Exactly. I mean, this is you can't guess none of this. You can't predict it.
No.
College is turning into pros. Unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, Vito, you can't even predict.
You really think Texas would have beat Oklahoma like they did yesterday? I know it's a rivalry game, but after Texas laid an egg, come on, you just can't. You just don't know week to week. They change their underwear like they change the way they play.
Vito, you can't even predict the tennis final correctly. College football is way harder than that.
Here we go.
I think you had that coming, Vito.
Highland, is there an off button on Josh's mic? I like to turn that or anything off.
Well, you got to take it if you're going to dish it, right?
I feel good. Vito, thank you. I feel good. You haven't taken a shot at me today. I feel good.
Why would I take a shot at you? Why would I take a shot at you?
Actually,
Scotty?
you often agree with me more. You really do. That means we're both wrong.
Listen, it pains me to say I agree with you and Pat at all. I mean, if that
Wow.
happens, it's painful. But
Yeah.
Listen. Hey, Josh at least is younger. Young guy like me. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Now, see, now you're getting delusional on me, Vito. That worries me.
Wow, that loss yesterday must
It
really,
really did want to come up. I'm just glad he called in. I was worried maybe
I
something happened to him.
I got off the golf course and I get in the car and I call and I got to listen to you guys and for a little bit, which is nice because it preps me a little bit more so I can have good conversation with you people.
Hey,
but hey, by the way, for those who care, Jennings is expected to play today.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, Vito, we're just happy you're
brought
not
it
in the
up
chicken nugget line this week.
No, not today. I think we're gonna go. We're gonna get a sandwich, a little boar's head, a little roast beef or something. We're gonna
There
do that
you
right
go.
now. Adding that now. So yeah.
Oh,
Little shot, a little 81 today. Not bad.
not bad. Shot an 81. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
How about, I think Vito, I think it's Publix has the Italian boar's head sub on sale. Maybe that's where you ought to go.
Wait, you shot an 81?
81.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you got through the windmill hole good.
Didn't okay there, pause that one, but then the double barrel with the clown mouth, they bogeyed, man. That clown.
That clown one always screws me.
Well, that's what got
Always
Adam
gets-
Sandler,
Yeah.
and Happy Gilmore. That dang clown. He had to throw the putter right at it. Old Lee Trevino didn't like that. And God rest his soul, Apollo Creed didn't care for that either.
So, Vito, what's your feeling on the Bucks game today? What's your pick?
This is a trap game. If I'm a Bucs fan, I'm not excited because listen, you could win one game with those three guys out. Now you're facing Shanahan. The same three guys are out. And like you said, Jones ain't much different than Purdy. No Kittle, which really hurts San Francisco. It really hurts them. No Bosa, that really hurts them. But this is that trap game that everything points to the Bucs winning. That's why. I don't know. I think I take San Francisco with the points here. But it's a game that if San Francisco outright wins, I wouldn't surprise me. San Francisco's not a bad team.
Now the week Patrick was out, and it was myself, Joshua, and
Kelsey.
Yeah, the dream team. I remember.
The dream team. That we need to have Kelsey back.
Wow.
She knew her stuff. But
I feel like Isaiah Thomas. Go ahead.
No effect, Patrick. No offense. I got a little chastised by Kelsey, Joshua, and you because I said I truly believe Baker Mayfield is a top elite. He is not a second tier. I believe he is an elite quarterback. Can we all maybe reconsider your thoughts? And are we ready to say Baker is an elite top tier quarterback now?
What in those 2 weeks has made you think I should change my mind on that?
Because he's the best quarterback in football right now. They
Did
go
you say
by
he's the
take
best quarterback in football
yeah
right now?
yeah I think he is he's a top 3 quarterback in football right now, and he's as good as anyone. His numbers show it, his performance shows it. Now let's take the play off the field. His leadership, his inspiration, his refusal to say quit has really filtered through this team. Yes, I think all around he is a top 1, 2, if you want to go 3, quarterback in the NFL on and off the field.
There are guys that go out and put a couple of good games together. Now, I want to say Mayfield's resume is more than that, and he's done it the last 2 years. But that's what this team does. They throw the ball and they get yards. They win some games and lose in the playoffs. Nothing has changed, brother. From Winston throwing 30 touchdowns, he's throwing a lot of interceptions. But Mayfield's a step up for them, I'm going to say. But you know what? Come talk to me in January when they should win this division. It's a cake division. and let's see if they could beat Minnesota and then beat, a Philly or whoever, a Detroit maybe, and that fourth quarter comeback or something, something that, lays on his shoulder. I'm not going to take too much away from him, but, the regular season, okay, nice, very nice. If that's the case, then, Josh Allen's the best, quarterback of all time. If you take the regular season, Dan Marino's the best quarterback.
Can you
of all
name
time.
me 3 receivers he's thrown to besides Evans and Godwin?
3 receivers he's thrown to?
That's my point. He's doing it no matter who's on the field.
They've been on the field. What are you talking about?
No, he's saying
no.
Shepard. You wouldn't think of him. Iggy, rookie,
Johnson.
Old Tez. You know what? You get credit. You said he'd
What
be
did I
productive.
say last week?
You said he'd be in the game. You get credit for
Absolutely.
that.
It's still early in the season, man. Yes, he's been playing very well. We've been avoiding the turnovers, which hasn't been because he's necessarily been making better throws. Like Buka has been playing out of his absolute mind, arguably the best wide receiver in the league to this point. But what Vito is saying, I agree with. Let's see him do it for the full season. Let's see him do it in the playoffs when things get tight. Coaches really, really lock in, and it's a whole other level of play because we haven't seen him be able to lift his team and overcome whatever it is. We've had a lot of balls bounce our way this year. We've gotten pretty lucky in a variety of ways. But so if I were to take your stance and saying, oh, Baker, then Daniel Jones is also right there next to him so far this season.
That's Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, yes. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get caught up in the moment. It is a decent sample size, but it hasn't been everything. We have gotten lucky.
I'd love to see him with his whole team on the field.
Of
Yeah.
course, absolutely, no doubt. And that's why this has been impressive. And so we'll be able to see, like Vito said, today will be another tough test. Next week, we get Detroit on Monday night. And so, that's going
to be very tough. But I will say this, Bucky Irving is a unique player. There's no doubt about it.
Get him on the
But
field,
I'll tell
please.
you what, I love White.
He's a player too.
I love that.
Hey, we
guy.
need to take a quick time out here on AM 860 Answer the Sports Zone. Vito, thanks for calling in. Appreciate the input. Man enough to call in when your team loses. I respect that. We'll
Wow.
catch you real soon.
yeah.
And we love you a long time. You're listening to AM 860 The Answer to Sports Zone. We'll be right back with an NFL game by game.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
Welcome into the Sports Zone, AM 860 The Answer. Scott Levinson, what's on your mind?
Well, just reminding people you could call us at 813-282-8283. Also, check us out live on our YouTube channel at Sports Zone Tampa. And check us out. We're not pretty, but
We're funny.
we're funny.
We make it a good day. We
Right.
love sports.
We're
God
ugly,
bless America.
We're ugly and funny. How's that?
Hey, Josh has his wonderful guild, with the fellas. We got the 12 Ugly Men Guild. You just roll with it, man. It's a beautiful thing. What's the score of the Broncos Jets games, Joshua?
The Jets are winning
And the score is
11-10.
what a game, baby.
That's a hell of a baseball game.
Yeah, man. How many home runs, Josh?
I mean, yeah, this is basically what the Jets have less than 100 yards of total offense. They're being outgained more than 2-1.
Tell me we're in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's late in the third. I mean, they got a safety. They've been playing very well on defense. Offense not doing
They
anything.
need a running game. Put Boozer in.
That was good, Scotty.
Put Boozer in the
Boy,
game.
he could play. He was
Ooh.
part of that Super Bowl team with
Yep.
Joe Willie, baby,
Yes,
going
he
back in the
was.
day. What a name. Emerson Boozer.
Emerson Boozer.
And then
one
the
of
head
my
coach,
favorite
Weeb
Weeb
Eubank.
Eubanks.
I mean,
They had some of the best names on that team. I don't know, but Emerson Boozer. That is just a running back name.
there's no question.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Speaking of boozers,
Whoa, easy now.
and the Jets,
Yes.
Mark Sanchez.
Oh, my boy, Marky Mark.
Let's talk about Marky Mark.
What were the odds that he would somehow manage to do something that was more publicly embarrassing than the butt fumble? Because he did
Yeah,
it.
that would have been at least
And-
a plus 100,000.
And,
I forgot
and then
the butt
parlay
fumble.
that with, I don't know if anyone remembers the Kellen Winslow arrest incident. It just absolutely obscene and embarrassing for a variety of reasons. And Mark Sanchez somehow got arrested for a more embarrassing thing. I mean, he came up and attacked a 69-year-old grease truck driver
Yeah, it's brilliant.
working a 2 a.m. shift on the weekend in the Indianapolis street. Like, I don't know about people that have been to Indianapolis or are familiar. They like to fry a lot of big things. There's a lot of grease. You got a 69-year-old man. This is their job. This is their career to go and do this. And Mark's picking a fight with this guy, winds up getting stabbed and arrested. You know what that tells me? After all these years, he still can't read a defense.
No doubt about it.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Very nice. I love that. That was beautiful, Josh. And it was
Joshua,
clean.
I got to tell you, that was a wonderful setup, a
Yeah.
good end delivery. You
Yeah.
got to give the kid
Give
credit.
credit. We got to give. Everybody loves
Yeah.
Joshua.
I know. I hate that.
Well,
I know.
Rams at the Ravens. No Lamar Jackson, baby. The Rams going to win this one, or are
Has
we
he
going to get
been
a
here
sleeper
all
game?
year?
Wow. Poor guy pulled his hammy, man.
Yeah.
What do you think, Josh? Ravens have any prayer in this game?
They got to pray. They're at home. You
Yeah.
can get Harbaugh to round up the troops. But no, I think this is Harbaugh's last year. He's done. There's been too long. There's too much attrition going on there.
Wow.
I think change, like we said, I think a change of scenery could be helpful
Yeah.
in the same way that it'd be helpful for the Steelers.
His glasses.
I'm
are too-
so excited about my Dolphins this weekend playing the Chargers. Yeah. What could have been? Can we trade quarterbacks today? We get Justin Herbert and they get Tua like a fantasy football trade.
Look, I will say,
Go ahead.
after that embarrassing opening loss where the Dolphins got smacked,
Yeah.
they've been playing
Oh, they're
competitive.
competitive. Yeah, I'll give you
So
that.
I think
Yeah.
there could be value potentially on the Dolphins here. The Chargers don't have Hampton.
Yeah.
They don't have some of their linemen. They don't have Quentin Johnston.
No. Well, maybe.
He's not. So I'm saying they could be banged up. This could be one, the Dolphins win one for the Gipper. And
Okay.
because conversely, if they get smacked and the narrative is going to be all about,
Bye-bye,
Tua,
McDaniel.
it could be because their bye week isn't until way later in the season. They had the third, but again, man, I don't even think it's his fault. Chris Greer's been there
Yeah.
a decade
Yeah.
making decisions. I'd rather
Exactly.
keep McDaniel and at least let him get his own quarterback. He still was
Exactly.
able to lead Tua to the highest scoring offense in the NFL. It was one season. He had Tyreek Hill, but I mean, if he becomes available, I'd love the Bucs to pick him up in any capacity.
Yeah.
I'm not saying just as a run game coordinator.
Right.
Like that would be a phenomenal. He's got it. There's just weird things going on
Yeah.
there, and I think it's at the top.
Something's going down in South Beach, but so you're thinking the Dolphins have a shot. I like it.
It's a shot. I mean, yeah. I just
Scott,
think
you like the Dolphins a little bit too, maybe on an upset?
I think if it's going to happen, this is a week. I think, no one's looking at them as a viable, but yeah, I think they absolutely have a shot this week.
Cardinals at the Colts, baby.
I'm not betting against Colts.
No, Indy, baby. And especially, with the nonsense going on there in Arizona. Man.
well, Kyler's out. So
Yep.
they got Jacoby coming in. I mean, yeah, Colts should win
Yep.
pretty easily there.
What about the coach going off on him dropping the ball, Josh?
I was going to ask you, was that appropriate for him to react that way?
I didn't like him touching him,
That's what I mean. Yelling at
and
him
screaming at him all day, all night.
I didn't even think touching him was that bad.
Okay.
And I mean, it's bad just in general. Coaches shouldn't do that. There's a line there.
I would like to see what he said. See, here we go. If he was a coach, I'm sorry, I'm stupid, I made a mistake. Then you walk away and say, okay, you got it. Now, if he just looked at him like, oh, what? Oh, then I'm going to go off on you.
So okay, and we're not going to be able to know that. My read
Yes,
was
sir.
that the player on the Colts who they're facing today, Adonai Mitchell, he did the same thing the week before that
Okay.
DeMercado did, where spiking the ball at the goal line, just
Okay.
really dumb.
Yeah.
My read on that
Mm-hmm.
was that the Cardinals probably made it a huge point of emphasis during the week
Right.
of not to do that. Because, when you're going over tape and film, you look
Yes.
at other things around the league too.
Good point.
And that would explain to me why he reacted in that manner. Because
That's a good
if
point.
not, then this is something Gannon probably does a lot, and he'd be known as a hothead.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have that reputation.
No,
He hasn't been around a long time.
It's like I told you not. You're right, Josh. It's like as a parent, I tell you not to do something and you do it. It
I have
just
a
makes me
different
more
take.
mad than if you did it and I didn't say anything to you.
I have a different take on it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I mean, and I'll use your parent analogy. When you're out to dinner with your child and they're acting a fool, what do you usually do?
Little pop.
Yes, AJ. AJ's over here beating his kid,
Not
but-
beating him, just popping him.
Okay. Or do
He didn't
you-
go get a twitch
or
like Adrian
do you-
Peterson,
Do you get up,
which
take
is
him
okay.
take him to the bathroom
Yes.
and deal with him there?
Yes.
so
you-
NFL coaches and their players,
You wait
it's a
until you
parent-
get in the locker room.
It's a parent-child relationship.
No, you wait until you get in the locker room.
But no, I'm saying, is that a parent-child relationship, or is it a coworker?
No, you know what?
Is it manager?
Scott,
and
no,
I don't
employee?
Scott-
I don't want to see Billy
He's
Martin,
right.
Reggie Jackson.
I understand. I'm
don't-
saying, I
You
get
know
that.
why he's right, Josh? Seriously.
Well, you don't do that in public, regardless.
Well, that's the thing. If the bottom line is you praise your kid in public, you chastise him in private.
So that's what I'm
He's right.
asking.
Yeah.
Is that the relationship that NFL coaches
I think-
see
yeah.
in college? I believe that.
Even any profession,
more
Josh. If
to
I'm your
me.
manager and you do something silly
No,
when
it's
we're making
more
a
important to
presentation,
me-
I don't go,
Yeah.
what are you doing, Josh? You don't
Joshua,
talk to him that way.
I would accept it.
No.
I don't accept it either way, but I would accept it more in college than I do in the pros.
Well, the Cardinals fined him, so that was my follow-up. Do you think it was appropriate for the team
No.
to fine him?
No.
the coach or the player?
The team, the coach. You can't find the player for that. You can cut him.
Yeah, I think it was absolutely appropriate.
For the Cardinals to find. Okay,
Yeah.
Patrick.
No. I wouldn't have fined him.
And so I wonder
Be a professional.
where that decision tree was made, because the owner does have a reputation from not really being that. He's more of a
Mhm.
not employee guy, not a labor guy, if we will. So I don't know. I was
I
just
think it's a bad look for the team.
Yeah.
I think it look, you
It's not
can
good.
say whatever you want. It was like a few weeks ago when Kelsey and who was it on the sideline?
Andy
got-
Reid.
Oh, you're talking
Andy
the
Reid.
Super Bowl when he said,
No,
go.
It happened-
no,
just
no,
happened
no,
this
no.
year, too.
It just happened again. this
Again, he
year.
did it?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to have a problem now.
I got to be
Andy
honest.
bumped Travis this time.
Oh, he did.
It's
Good.
clear, but no, it's clear that's their relationship. And
Yeah,
also,
that's part of it,
but
yeah.
status and Hall of Fame and all that matter. DeMercado's a nobody.
Right.
But I
It's
don't
life.
like. I don't like seeing that. I think Reed should have been fined. I don't
Oh.
think that. I don't.
I like that it's up to the team.
I
I
do
Oh, yeah.
too.
But
Yeah.
I do, but I don't want to
Yeah.
see coaches and players bumping each other on the sideline going at it.
Yeah. Right.
if we were to see Todd and Baker going at her, I would like it. I would. I don't like
Yeah.
that. I like
Yeah.
that. I like the Andy and Kelsey thing. I don't like the coach coming up and doing whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Look, everyone's going to handle themselves the same way. How much do we talk about, the right way to coach and the best fit?
Yeah.
Winning is so inefficient. Look at McVay and Shanahan and see how successful they've been. They use schemes. They're not and then you look at a Man Campbell, two completely different coaching philosophies, but they work.
This is my favorite time of year. I mean, think about it, guys. We have got we're in our heyday right now. We've got football going on.
Yeah, man.
We've got hockey going. Well, I think we got hockey going on.
We do. We're 0-2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think we have hockey going on. And
got it going on. The Lightning don't have it going on.
October 21st, we kick off the NBA.
Yeah, man.
And baseball championships.
Let's go Magic.
This is a great time of year for sports.
Sports is always just a great time of the year. I don't want to forget about our Jaguars. Are you buying in on them? They play in a weak division.
That was a great trick play.
Yeah, it was.
That was a great trick play. Lawrence falling down.
Yes.
Great trick play.
Yes, it was.
They do play in a them and the Colts.
Yes.
Basically. So
Tennessee and Houston, please. So
I mean, I believe in Liam Cohn. We've been talking about coaches a lot today. I think he's good. The players believe in him. They got lucky. There was some fluky stuff. I do think Seattle is a very good team. I think Seattle is pretty much as good as we are, which we saw last week.
Oh, we saw last week.
And so, no, I could see this being a letdown spot for Jacksonville because you had that huge emotional win on prime time. Seattle's good coming off a loss. They're going to want to win.
Yes, but it's funny because Cohen obviously follows the Bucks. I'm sure he checked it out.
I think it's a kick in the butt for the Jags, and I see the Jags taking this.
I think so too.
That play last week looked like it was in slow motion.
Here's where I think. Here's the other thing that
I'll go with Jags.
You got the Jags playing the Seahawks at 1:00. It's 10:00 Seattle time. I do think it makes a difference. Not like it used to, but a little bit, Josh. It's been proven in the investing. So anyway,
it was a lot worse when they used to have to fly commercial.
Yeah, that part.
Yep.
That part. I don't think it matters. Over long term, I think in a shorter sample size here. But not.
Congratulations to the Detroit Pistons for being the first one to realize get your own airplane.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Seattle by a couple.
Really? Jags win by a field goal.
I take Jags by yes.
Come on, boys. Let's get it.
Go.
Well, here's the game, man. 4-1 Bucks, 4-1 Niners. It was 3-0 Bucks against the 3-0 Eagles. Let's hope the same record doesn't hurt us, today.
You're not playing the same team.
No, but they're not a bad ball club, Scott. I wish, that I'm looking forward to tonight's game, fellas. 8:20 kickoff, baby. Lions at the Chiefs.
What is the spread on the game here?
Oh, here the Buckaroos are going to be favored by a big 3.
I would take the Bucks.
Yeah, a lot of people feel your way. 47.5 is an interesting number.
That I'm not touching.
Right, I agree.
I just don't think we can keep getting as lucky as we've been. The balls have been bouncing our way so much. I don't know. Again, San Fran's banged up, so I don't know if that necessarily happens today. Yeah. Obviously, we have injuries and stuff too. We're going to be playing at home, but I think we could pull off another one this week, and then we keep pulling it off. I don't know. Again, I think we've been getting very lucky in a lot of different ways.
KC was lucky last year like that, Josh. Maybe we can be that team.
Sometimes it just bounces your way.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
Right on, brother.
But this will be the first time that there isn't Godwin or Evans on the field today. So it'll be Eggy and the Buck bunch.
Yeah, I like Johnson.
I'll look for Johnson again. And I just think these rookies are not rookies. And these young receivers are way ahead of the game.
Lions beat the Chiefs tonight, Josh?
No, I like Chiefs.
No.
They're rolling. I think they get it back. It'll be close. It'll be crazy. Some magic, some trickery, devil worshipping, black magic.
Take the Lions, yeah. I'm hoping. I don't have a feel for the game. I'm hoping the Lions. Sorry, Kermit. Anyway, thanks for listening to the Sports Zone here on AM 860. The Answer. Greatly appreciated. Scott, you got the opportunity knocks out there by Armwood High School, banging it Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep. Discount meats.
Discount meats. You can't beat it, folks. What a deal, man. Get out there and get a deal and save yourself some money. Tampa Bay, God bless you. Do a random act of kindness this week. Thank you.
Peace and respect, Tampa Bay. Peace and respect.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people